Hello, viewers. How are you all? I hope everybody are fine and everybody are busy in their works. So today I'm going to share you important information regarding child protection. So our title name is 1098. You're wondering what is this number? If you remember rightly, you may have studied this in your textbooks in your school days, or you may have heard it somewhere, or you may be wondering, is it is like some ambulance number or fire engine number or something? But actually it's ambulance number, fire engine number, how they are very important in emergency. This is also a most important aspect during the uh, important number that you should definitely remember with police number, fire engine number and ambulance number. That is this helpline number of child protection, child rights protection. So that is the now 1098 which I told you. It is a helpline number for child rights protection. This rightly, if I remember, I studied it in ninth standard when I'm studying about human rights. So in that this number was there 1098, but I forgot it forgot it, and after few years today I'm remembering this number because there is one pre-conference held in our college for the Department of Sociology. With in second talk of the conference, there is a talk about child rights protection. In that they mentioned this number, and they mentioned it as a most important aspect to remember in our life. So we should definitely remember this number, because if you see any child who is in the road or with the lack of child rights protection, for example, if you see any child labor who is working in, who is employed in shops, or if you see any child rap picking in roads, or if you see any child who was abused or ill treated by somebody, or sexually abused by somebody, you should immediately this number should come into our mind. That's why you should remember this number very rightly. So when you see any kind of child who was denied of their rights, you should immediately, if you dial the number 1098, the the department will take care of the child. So if you dial the number and tell the information about the child, where you saw the child and where is he, and if you tell them, the department will take the child care of the child. And you needn't be fear, because he is, it is very safe for us, and our information or name will not be published or made it will not be published or leaked anywhere. It would be confidential and will be private. So we no need to fear for our privacy while giving our name or information. So we can definitely, if we see any child, we can be very cautious, and we can inform the helpline, inform the department through this helpline number 1098. It is very very easy to remember, because it's coming like 1098. So that is, it is also very easy for the child to remember. That's why they made this number. So we should remember that. And when we see anybody in that condition, we can save the child by clicking the number and informing them. Maybe we may not be able to do all things for the child, like we may not be able to save the child, or we may not be able to take care of the child rights, or maybe we cannot take care of the education or any other rights of the child. But then we can save one child from ill treatment or denial of child rights by calling them and informing them, so that they can take care of the growth of child. So and we are actually delaying and doing this because already the child was denied of many child rights. After that we are seeing it and then we are calling it, so we are actually in a very late condition we are doing that. So at least if we do that, we will be a person who saves the child, future of the child. And many times if the children are dropouts of the schools, or if they don't have parents, or they were not properly put in any orphanage or in any organization, they are completely in street, they will face these kind of problems highly. Sometimes we can also note that even the guardians also are very will be in very bad very bad people who will not take care of the child. So the better way is to give the information of the child to the department, so that the government will take care of the child. So so I emphasize everybody to remember this number 1098 and see, and whenever we see the child, or whenever we hear the situation like that, immediately that number should come into our mind. And we should not think like it's somebody's child, is somebody, why we should care. Because if you put yourself in the place of the child, you maybe seek starving to get help from others. Because if you see, everybody will tell childhood is very very happiest life in lifetime. Because adulthood or teenage, everything will be in many problems, but the only enjoying stage of the life is that childhood. So imagine if any child doesn't get that rights or that enjoyment also in their life, and completely the future is destroyed due to the denial of child rights of the child, how it would be. So if we put ourselves in the place of the child, we will understand the pain and the requirement the child wants to the wants. So we should definitely, when we see any child like that, we can't take them to our home, or we can't do anything for them, because we may not be in that situation that time. So at least by calling and informing about the child will somehow change the life of the child, and the child may get better accommodation, or better will be in a better situation because of you. So don't think as something we will get from doing that, or in a profit motive, but then think of the welfare of the child and put yourself in the situation of the child. Then you will understand the requirement of the child. And especially if the child is abused or mal ill-treated by anybody, we should not come to the conclusion that child did mistake, but definitely we should inform them and do the needful for the child. And we should be empathetic towards the child, like we should understand the situation of the child and do the needful. So I hope this information would be very useful. And if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe, and do comment on any information if you need, and I will try to publish the information which you need. Thank you.
Pause record.